Hello guys. So today I'm going to share the information regarding the lipids. So lipid can be defined as an organic compound that contain the hydrogen, carbon and the oxygen atoms, which forms the framework for the structure and the function of the living cell. So what are the lipids? So these organic compounds are the non-polar molecules which are soluble only in the non-polar solvent and insoluble in the water because water is a polar molecule. In the human body, these molecules can be synthesized in the liver and are found in oil, butter, whole milk, cheese, fried food, and also in some red meat. So, what are the properties of the lipids? So, lipids are the family of the organic compound composed of the fats and oils. These molecules yield high energy and are responsible for their different functions within the human body. So some of the important characteristics of the lipids are oily and greasy non-polar molecules which is stored in an adipose tissue of the body. Lipids are the heterogeneous group of compounds mainly composed of the hydrocarbon chains. Lipids are the energy-rich organic molecules which provide energy for the different life processes. Lipids are the class of compounds which is characterized by their solubility in the nonpolar solvent and insoluble in water. So, what is the structure of the lipid? So, lipid are the polymer of the fatty acid that contain a long nonpolar hydrocarbon chain with a small polar region containing oxygen. The lipid structure is explained. So, what is the classification of the lipids? So, lipids can be classified into two main classes, which is non-saponifiable lipids and saponifiable lipids. So, non-saponifiable lipids are cannot be disintegrated into the smaller molecules through hydrolysis. Non-saponifiable lipids include cholesterol, prostaglandin, etc. Saponifiable lipids. So this comprises of one or more ester groups, enabling to undergo hydrolysis in the presence of a base acid or enzyme, including the waxes, triglyceride, sphingolipids, and phospholipids. Further, these are characterized into the divided into the non-polar and the polar lipids. Non-polar lipids, namely triglyceride, are utilized as fuel and to store the energy. Polar lipids that could form a barrier with an external water environment are utilized in the membrane. So fatty acids are the pivotal component of all these lipids. So what are the types of the lipids? So there are two major classes of the lipid. These are numerous specific types of the lipids which are important to the life, including the fatty acid triglycerides and the glycerophospholipids, sphingolipids, and steroids. These are broadly classified as simple lipids and the complex lipids. So the first one is the simple lipid. So ester of the fatty acids with various alcohols. So first one is fat. So it is a ester of fatty acid with glycerol. Oil are the fat in the liquid state. And the waxes. So it is the ester of the fatty acid with higher molecular weight monohydric alcohol. And then comes the complex lipid. So ester of the fatty acid containing the groups in addition to the alcohol and the fatty acid. So the first one is the phospholipid. So these are the lipid containing in the addition to the fatty acid and alcohol phosphate group. These frequently have the nitrogen containing bases and other substituents, which is example is glycerophospholipid. The alcohol is glycerol and the sphingophospholipid are the alcohol. The second one is glycolipid. So lipids containing the fatty acid, sphingosine and the carbohydrate. And the other complex lipids are lipids such as sulfolipid and the aminolipids. So lipoproteins may be placed in this category. So what is the roles of the fats? So fat plays the several major role in our body. Some of the important roles of the fats are fat is the correct amount of in the correct amount are necessary for the proper functioning of our body. Many fat-soluble vitamins need to be associated with the fats in order to be effectively absorbed by the body. They also provide the insulation to the body, and they are effective way to store energy for the longer period. So these were some of the information regarding the lipids. I hope you like the video. Thank you so much.